bit more fear in our opponent's eyes. So amongst all the different things we have to choose from to work on, what, in my opinion, is the one thing that stands out above the rest? That one thing that will really take your game to that next level, no matter what sport it is that you play. And to me, it's jumping. And furthermore, recent studies have actually proven that increasing your vertical jump is the #1 athletically related thing you can do to create envy and jealousy in all of your friends and ex-girlfriends. So I was thinking about it and I was really wondering, what is it about jumping that is just so absolutely awesome? And while I had a couple of reasons come to mind, there was one that really seemed to stick there and hit home. So let's take a look at that right now.
Rap orgies with Borgie and Best. Capture your bounty like Elliot Ness. Yes, bless you if you represent the fool, but I hex you with some witches brew if you do voodoo. I could do what you do, easy. I mean, frontin' niggas give me heebie-jeebies. So why you imitating Al Capone? I be needing some more.
Jump over his head.
Not too shabby, right? As an athlete, there are 4 main things that you're really going to have to focus on to increase your vertical jump. And more importantly, these are 4 things that you can do on your own today. It's not complicated, it's not a lot of work, it's just 4 simple things you need to be aware of to improve your vertical jump. They are: exercise selection. Which exercises should you be using? Training frequency. How often should you be working out for your vertical jump? Training volume. How much should you really be doing in your workouts? And periodization. How do you plan your workouts over the long term for consistent results? And while I don't want to say that increasing your vertical jump is necessarily easy, I will say that focusing on and being aware of these 4 things will go an extremely long way in the continual improvement of your vertical jump. And you want to know how simple it really is to implement these things and see results immediately? Well, let me tell you a really quick story about a subscriber of mine who took the time to email me and in turn ended up increasing his vertical jump hugely. Robbie was an 18-year-old athlete from Benton County, Indiana, who had one lifelong goal: to improve his vertical jump. One day, Robbie decided to email me, curious as to why his vertical jump had not increased in the last 8 weeks. So I read Robbie's email and I said, dude, email me back your training program. Let me take a look at it. Let me see what I can do. About 24 hours later, Robbie had emailed me back the exact training program he had used for the last 8 weeks. And here's what I saw. I saw a training program that ignored all 4 of these training principles I'm about to cover for you. So going through his program, I told him the changes I thought he should make. I took into account those 4 most important things that you need to be focusing on to improve your own vertical jump. So I wrote him back a sample training program, one that I knew would be better than what he'd been doing, and one I figured based on his own body type that would work really well for him. And not 3 weeks later did Robbie email me back totally excited as he increased his vertical jump 3.5 inches in 17 days. Now, is that a humongous increase? Of course not. But is it a humongous improvement from what Robbie had been doing the last 8 weeks? Absolutely. So right now, I'm going to show you those 4 things that I showed Robbie, those 4 things that you're going to need to be aware of, those 4 things you're going to need to focus on to improve your vertical jump. And to do that, let's go to this whiteboard behind me. So here we are now again at the famous whiteboard. Now those 4 things that I told Robbie about and those 4 things I'm sharing right now on how to jump higher. Number 1, exercise selection. We can all take a look at my exquisite handwriting one more time. Exercise. Now we know how important using the right exercises to jump higher really is, but say, what are the top 5 best exercises for jumping higher? Cameraman, cue the PowerPoint presentation. So here we have the top 5 exercises to increase your vertical jump. Please get out a pen and paper right now so you do not forget these. Number 1, the back squat. Great exercise. Please put it in your training. Number 2, Bulgarian split squats, preferably with dumbbells. Number 3, great plyometric exercise, the depth jump. And number 4, tremendous posterior chain exercise, the glute ham raise. And number 5, the super secret ninja exercise, the barbell hip thrust. Now, not a lot of people know about this exercise yet, so you can use it to gain a huge advantage over all of your teammates and opponents. And let's take a look at a video right now to see exactly what it looks like. The number one thing to notice here is how strongly she finishes out every single repetition with her glute muscles. You want to make sure you do the same thing when you go ahead and use this exercise in your own workouts. The second thing you need to focus on, training frequency. Training frequency is simply how often you should be training. Now, the guidelines go like this. If you're a beginner athlete, you should probably be training for your vertical jump 3 times a week. That's 3 vertical jump related workouts each week. If you're an intermediate athlete, you're going to want to do 2 vertical jump related workouts a week. And if you're an advanced athlete, someone who's been training for a while, someone who's been working at this for some time now, you're going to want to do something we like to call in the training business high frequency workouts to really make sure your vertical jump continues to increase. So what does high frequency workouts really mean? That could mean 4 vertical jump related workouts a week. It could even mean 5 or even 6 for some of the most advanced athletes. That's 6 vertical jump related workouts a week. Now, that's also exactly what you're going to find in the Flying in 4 vertical jump program. It's exactly the reason why Kelly Baggett and myself are able to make such an outlandish guarantee as much as 4 inches on your vertical jump in 4 weeks using any of those programs in Flying in 4. Now, let's get to number 3. Vertical jump key point number 3, training volume.